Eclipses have historically been viewed as omens that bring about death and destruction. But in reality, an eclipse is just an astronomical event that occurs when an object in the sky moves into the shadow of another. The term is most often used to describe either a solar eclipse or a lunar eclipse. A solar eclipse takes place on Earth when the Moon moves in its orbit between Earth and the Sun. But because the Moon's orbit around the Earth is tilted by 5 degrees, the Moon usually passes a little higher or a little lower than the Sun at new moon. That's why we can only experience it at least twice a year. The Moon's shadow has two parts, the penumbra, which is the faint outer shadow, while umbra is the dark inner shadow. There are 3 types of solar eclipse which depends on the geometry of the Sun, Moon, and Earth. The first type is the partial solar eclipse. It is when only the Moon's penumbral shadow strikes the Earth, so only part of the Sun is covered. The second type is the total solar eclipse, which happens when the Moon's dark umbral shadow sweeps across the Earth's surface, so all of the Sun is hidden or eclipsed by the Moon. The track of the Moon's shadow across Earth's surface is called the path of totality. The third type is called the annular eclipse, which happens when the Moon's umbra fails to reach the Earth's surface, so a ring of the Sun can still be seen around the Moon. The Moon continues to spin away from Earth at a rate of 1.48 inches per year. Million years ago, the Sun's corona cannot be seen during total solar eclipses. Perhaps more million years, total solar eclipses will no longer occur and it'll be just annular eclipses. Lunar eclipse takes place when the Moon passes through some portion of Earth's shadow. This can only occur during full moon. The Earth casts 2 kinds of shadow. The penumbral shadow, which is the zone where the Earth blocks part but not all of the Sun's rays from reaching the Moon, while the umbral shadow is a region where the Earth blocks all the direct sunlight. Astronomers can recognize 3 types of lunar eclipse. The penumbral lunar eclipse is when the Moon passes through Earth's penumbral shadow. These events are very subtle and hard to observe. Partial lunar eclipse happens when a portion of the Moon passes through the Earth's umbral shadow, while total lunar eclipse occurs when the entire Moon passes through the Earth's umbral shadow. While the Moon remains completely within Earth's umbral shadow, indirect sunlight still manages to reach and illuminate it. However, this sunlight must first pass through the Earth's atmosphere, which filters out most of the blue-colored light. The remaining light is a deep red or orange in color. A special type of total lunar eclipse is called a supermoon lunar eclipse. It only occurs when the Moon is at its closest approach to the Earth and directly behind its shadow. This results to a super large blood moon that has happened only 5 times since 1900s.